All right, in 12.1, there's a lot of definitions. So I've uploaded the completed class notes in your D2L shell. And really the only thing I want to go over in this section is on identifying the sampling techniques and how to go about doing that. So I have the answers listed right here, but you had several different sampling techniques that you're going to have to draw from. And I want to kind of point out how you go about and that. So when you're looking at something that is divided into what we called stratas or groups, usually it's age groups, it could be gender groups, it could be, race groups, etc. But some type of group is called a strata, and that's going to indicate our stratified sampling technique. So I've kind of boxed this term right here, age group, and that tells me what method I'm going to be using. The next one is called systematic, and that's a very common one. It's every nth item. In this case, it's every 10th item coming off of the conveyor belt or the assembly line. Every, third item, every 5th item, every 17th item, whatever item you decide to choose, that is going to be a system or reference systematic sampling. Then when we go to geographical areas, and this is, we have a state that is divided into counties, and that's going to be cluster sampling. So cluster sampling has to do with geographical areas. And now, oddly enough, a lot of times when they do these samplings and they put these examples in your homework and assignments, they often say random, okay? And I'm going to give you a hint that random sampling is usually, the word random is not often put in that word in the example. Random sampling has to have equally likely chances of being drawn. So I always of being selected, I guess. I always reference, having a ping pong or like bingo. You have those same size balls in a wheel that you spin, and every ball has exactly the same chance of being chosen. And so in this one, you've got a door prize. Tickets are placed in the bin. The tickets are the same size, same color, same weight. There's no, a blindfold person picks it out. Every ticket has an equal chance of being selected. And then the last one is just talking about convenience because, it's just taking the first 25 people that leave the library. So wherever you're located, and you're just going to grab a survey or a sampling of some group that's at a particular place, that's going to be convenient. I want you to read over the misuse of statistics. A lot of times they say, 4 out of 5 dentists support this, but we don't know a lot of things about that survey. And so I just kind of listed those. You also have different types of golf balls. Marketing is going to use things to demonstrate their product in a better light because they want you to purchase their product. So they're going to use statistics to skew their data so that, hopefully it will promote sales. And then the last thing I want you to look at down here is just the different types of ways you can skew data with your graphs, okay? And especially the first one right here, and you can look at these scales are different, and that makes, it makes it look like there's a larger jump on the scale on the stock B versus stock A because they've made their scale a lot smaller in terms of the graph. And then of course the circle graphs, they always have to add up to 100%, and this one clearly adds up to more than that, so that's not a good representation of the data. And then the sizes of your bars or boxes are going to make an impact on your the way that you interpret that data. So that's kind of 12.1. It's a short session, lots of definitions, but you are going to need to know the different types of sampling techniques for your assignments.